The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. Okay, I'm going to start on Obadiah, and I've got a problem right off the bat I want to show you, and that is the title here, God, and there already is a title, Lord, and I've always complained that we got 2 titles instead of his name, so I'm replacing, putting his name back, and you've seen why I do that in the beginning screen there. So what I want to show you, though, is that this name or title, Lord, has a definition for that word Lord. So let me take you over here, and this is my concordance. 1977 NSAB is what I use. So when I click on it, this word means Lord every time. So they already had a title for Lord. So that's what you should know right out the bat here in this video. A vision of, no, the vision through our Creator had showed them, and then they came and told the people. And to respect and honor our Creator, I put them in all caps in this color. Blue, you can see I'm getting rid of. The green is what I'm going to be adding. If it's in red, it means I've added a word somewhere in the between these words. So now it says the vision through Obadiah. Thus says, I would put your, and I'd put, this is all capitals, Lord, and okay. Here, I need this word here. And when I've got two different colors, it's going to make me do a little bit too much to colors. So, okay, your Lord Wivey. Now, is it a 3-verse or 4-verse? And I guess if I say concerning Edom, it is now a 4-verse. Let me try that right off the bat. We have heard a report from Wivey. Who's we? Thus says your, I added the word your Lord and your Lord Wivey. I got that wrong real quick. Sorry about that. That's not too good of a start. So I forgot to check my mic. Okay. Sometimes we're getting a little old here. Your Lord Wivey concerning Edom. We have heard a report about you will hear a report. Have is past tense, so I knew that was wrong. You will hear a report. That doesn't make sense. Has been, will be sent. This is really, this will be, and this is coming from our Creator, so I might as well start making them all capitals. So it seems I don't need those. It would have to be, you will hear a report, or their envoy would be, it's actually going to be a messenger. So let's see here. I guess I'll capitalize them later. Let me show you the word envoy and see how bad they've done that in the text here. Okay, envoy, messenger. So I can use the word messenger and make sure that 12-year-olds can read the text. Okay. Messenger. Okay. Their messenger will be sent. among the kingdoms, to the kingdoms. I'm just doing verse 1 up here first before I get going, but you will hear a report, for their messenger will be sent among our tribes, not nations, tribes. Saying, arise and let us go against. Oh, we got a female deity in there real quick. Let us go to battle. Lord says concerning Edom, you will hear a report, for their messenger could be our messenger will be sent among our tribes. And actually, I don't need the word among. If I just put it there right, let us go against Edom for battle is what I'm seeing. So I don't need this word. It's if this is tribes, because let me show you a map to get you an idea of the location of what's going on here. I should have done that first, I guess, when I started with Edom. Okay. This is Edom down here. And David is going, this sounds to me right now, if they're going to go for battle, David's going to go fight them, because what they're going to do is the king that helped David flee from Saul, so Saul didn't try to kill him, if you remember that those stories, couple attempts, 3 I think, and he came over here and the king said, okay, fine, you can rest here. By the way, this is where he met his wife over here. And then what happened was later, when he became king and years later, this king died, and he sent his consolers or messengers to relate that he heard about it and he feels sorry for him. But Damascus, which is up over here, had people down here visiting, and they talked this new king into embarrassing his people that he sent. So David come out for war, okay? So this, if this is the, I'm summing up the story so you understand what I'm seeing. If this is Obadiah speaking of this goes way back to David's time, okay? Because there's not another time that I know of that Edom challenged the rule. Well, they did later, I guess, but they were put down after this king was removed and David conquered it for maybe 20 years, 30 years. Then there was another uprising, I should say. So now you understand where I'm looking at this. So this has to be to our tribes, if I'm reading this right, or if I'm editing it right. And at David's time, they were all good tribes, so I use a capital letter for the tribes there. saying, is it really saying arise? He's declaring, arise and go. Yeah, this here, we already know who us is. They're the tribes. Arise and go. So the word saying isn't the right word here. The word would be announcing. Then it wouldn't be a messenger, it'd be a runner. Or one, well, messenger would be on a horse, so I guess that would be messenger, yes. And he would be declaring here. Declaring. So it seems like this, it's a prophecy from our Creator, and it's going to be summoning them quickly, as I can see here. Declaring, arise and go. Now, see how this is not being hooked together? These text is not going to go together with this. So I guess I should bring that back up here, at least like this. So what I'm seeing here is that this is a 3 verse, because if that doesn't connect, then this first verse is a statement, and these two are connected together to reinforce this statement. Concerning Edom, period. Now I'm having, concerning Edom, you will hear a report for his messenger. This would be David's messenger. So our Creator would know about the upcoming battle. His messenger will be sent, period, to our tribes, declaring, now they're going to declare, arise and go against them for battle. Now that wasn't that hard. I just had to I did have to know a lot, but I'm just saying, this has a perfect 3 verse breakdown, because like I said, this is a statement and these two go to cover that statement. So with that in mind, I'll keep thinking, keep that going in my head as 3 verse, because all of a sudden it'll break into 4 and it won't be a statement. So I'll make you small. You will be greatly, are greatly. Don't, that hasn't happened yet. You will be. This is prophecy. So you will, or they will be. They will be greatly despised. I'm not sure if I need the word despised. Let me see what that looks like in the concordance. What word? Disdained. Will be greatly hated. I could put that in there for the younger crowd. Okay. Now they will be greatly hated for the arrogance. Oops. For the arrogance in now it can't be your heart because Edoms are separate. They know they're descendants from Isaac, and they were twin brothers, Jacob and Esau. So Jacob became Israel. So for the arrogance in his heart, let's just see, in arrogance in, I'm going to put their hearts, because I don't know if it's theirs. Should be just his heart. The arrogance, because we're talking about king versus king here. So it has to be his heart. His heart has been, I know the story. That's why I can add that word. Been deceived. So that means that seems to be a period. Okay. So this means this be the comma, and then this is starting. Hated for his. I'm putting his in down there. It's got to be hated. Will be, well, I don't think I need the word greatly now. He will just be hated. So that means this has got to be a sentence. Okay. But this needs to come down here. Now, I'm looking for, what does the word small mean? Because that seems to be not quite sounding right here. See, lesser or little. Lesser or little. Behold, I will make. Don't need the word behold. He's telling them, I will make his. I'll make his. You know, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Small, I got the word little or lesser. Make his lesser. Okay. Now that is going with the prophecy, still stuck to the 3-verse format. This is not true. They're doing this in Edom. So now who would this be if talking about somebody else. The cliffs, the rocks, the loftiness of your dwelling place. Now, you got to understand, I'm thinking about the loftiness of the high. This is a mount, okay? This is a mount, this is a mount, and this is a mount. If you look at this land over here and you took a section right straight across here, okay? And if I told you that the sea level is here and the Jordan River is down here, and this banks up to become Israel, and there's a lot of hills here, very hilly country all the way up and down. Now, this, as it comes up, goes all the way up to the mount, and the mount is here. So if I took the surface, then I added that the height of the hills are like 2,000 feet above the sea level there, and then these guys are way up here on this. So when it's talking about you're living up high and lofty up here, your dwelling place, who says in your heart, who will bring me down to earth. That doesn't, that isn't what they did. This is what they've done right here. This is what they've done. And if I got two paragraphs, example, these two should go together, and this should become a second paragraph. Then these two go together, and now what I'm looking for is another two groups that would be correctly said here. Rocks, the loftiness of your dwelling place, who says in your heart, who will bring me down. This doesn't make sense. This is just, you can't bring our Creator down. There's no way. The story is not saying that. He's got a messenger being sent out. They weren't strong enough to take on David. David couldn't lose a battle. Okay, he was very obedient to our Creator. Okay, that's why he's so great. So a lot of that crap that you're reading in your Bible is just junk. And they didn't have hundreds of wives. Though you build high like an eagle, though you set among your nest like among the stars, from there I'll bring you down, declares wife. Now see, he's already said he's up here. He's already given the vision. He's told him to go out and say this. So are these two making a story for someplace else, though? You who live in the, okay, you who live in the cliffs. It would be on the cliffs or above the cliffs, but that's too many. And the loftiness of your dwelling place, who says in your heart, who will bring me down to earth. Okay, now, there is a story about when I guess this would be this would be better. Although this is when they took off the captives. Damascus is up here. And what's going to happen is they're going to come and take Manasseh away, okay? East Manasseh. And they're going to go into captivity. But this is years after. This is like maybe 100 years later. Now, the first attempt that they come down and they don't receive it, there's going to be a battle, and this is why Samaria is here, And you can see Ramoth here is because that's where I figured the battle line or where they were at, because they had all the, this is a desert, this is the Arabian desert, so that's even in some of this would be desert. Oh, okay. All right. I've got to take something out of this or out of the stove. So let me just go be right back screen. Where's my, oh, here it is. Get the button. I'll be right back. Okay. Um, I'm not seeing that as the story though, because it is talking about replacing our creator's kings with his son as a king. And they were first supposed to come in and then they're going to take over. Maybe I got some of that story wrong. This is, anyways, I know about the story, but they aren't high like an eagle or is set among the stars. That's just, this is just wrong. This part here. This is like our creator saying that he will bring them down because you can get to that height. I can't have that. That's just, and this I'm just going to remove here as well and put that together as a group of unknowns. Finally, save the text there and let's move on. If a thief came to you, if thieves came to you, if robbers by night, how will you be ruined? Would they not steal? If how will you be ruined? That isn't needed. If robbers, if thieves come to you, now see, now that's starting like a 4-verse. Let's see, that isn't a statement here. If robbers by night, would they not steal until they had enough? See, there it is. That's a 4-verse, but I don't know where it goes. It sure don't go in this text, but that's what a 4-verse will do real quick. Like, would they not steal until they had enough? Okay, if grape gatherers came, if grape gatherers, okay, if grape gatherers came to you, would they not leave? I'd have to agree with the words something here, or some. Now, This fuchsia colored word is text that's been added in 1977. And you'll see it happen. See, this is what they put in here. So there's quite a bit of text. I think they put maybe about 8,000 extra words into the Bible. So this would be a comma, this would be a period, this would be, and this would be a period. And I'm going to agree that I need that word. So I'm going to say I added it, and I added, make it gray text, meaning I'm going to put that in. So this is going to go someplace. Well, this isn't right here. That certainly is not right. This would have to be Esau's because it says descendant, so it's the people left out east because he's been dead before they went into Egypt. Okay, or when they went into Egypt, he was still. So he's passed away probably about 300 years now. Oh, Esau's. Well, I don't need the word here. Esau's will be ransacked. They aren't really hidden. And his treasure searched out. What the hell? Why would they search out? All the men align with you. That seems to, let's see, all the men align with you will be sent forth to the border, and the men at peace with you will deceive you and overpower you. Oh, let's see here. All Esau's will be ransacked. This seems to want to go with this text up here, but it doesn't want to go with this text here. This might be back up there, but this seems to be here. Esau's. If I put, because when Esau is ransacked his treasure, this doesn't make any sense here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it 8 point. Because if I find other text from that, it might go with that down later. You'd be surprised where you can, I can go through, I can clean up like 5, 6 verses and then picks up right in the story, right in the middle of those things. And I might have just like 2 verses hanging here, and then I'll find the other ones down later. It's that's kind of why I'm doing them live. Make sure you see how I think these out and why I'm changing words and why I'm getting rid of words. Now I got to come back up here. Your heart has been greatly deceived. Now see, that's yes. The men align with you. Lesser, hated for his arrogance, and his heart has been deceived. I don't see anything here. This is a 4 verse. This doesn't connect. So, because they're going to, he's going to send the king from Edom that this is started from. He's going to send some money up to pay Damascus to send down some soldiers. Okay, send down some army to help him fight. That's when the messenger is going to go out and round them up. Okay, so the thing here is when they came down, these men are going to allied with you, and you will be sent forth to the border. Now, our Creator, because I know these stories real well, our Creator is going to tell David to, he's going to say, at the river for Edom, because I think this needs to be a little bit bigger to see this. See, the problem here is David's got to go across here because he's going to battle here. Now, the rivers, these, like I said, these, I don't know the structure themselves, but these rivers are coming down to 2,000 feet down. And these are maybe from there up is probably maybe 6,000 feet. So when you think about how they have to come from here, Jerusalem, and battle them, and this is a borderline, so there's an opening here. So David, I think, is going to send, or he's going to go over here and battle them, or he's going to cross through here and battle the second time. The first time they're going to come down, they're going to battle, but this is going to be like the borderline. Okay, this borderline, they used the land structures to create boundaries so everybody knew who was who. Okay, so this is what would be called a border. Okay, and it's our Creator's going to deceive them because he's going to tell them to go dig holes, and then overnight it's going to fill up with water, and then when the sun hits it in the morning, they're going to see it as red. So now you got to say that it has to be this border here is where they're going to fight, because the story, what's going to happen. Okay, so now you can see that there probably were bridges to get through here, but it would be this, border might be river now. Okay, all their men will be allied with you and sent. Well, I don't think I need the word for. Sent to the river's border. Let me just put that in here, just because I'm thinking that's how it's going to go. And the men at peace with you, I will deceive and overpower. But this is, hey, he's not talking to Edom. He's talking to who? I guess he's just making an announcement in Jerusalem about Edom. So I don't think Edom's going to hear it. to the rivers. Oops, I should put rivers border. This has to be force. These just can't be men. This is going to be a battle. So somewhere we got to have army allied with you. I just don't see it. I do see this as here because I'm pretty sure this is good. I'm going to put force allied with you, allied with him. Boy, I guess I got to use the word sent now. The force allied with him will be sent. And I'm going to use that as a T and say that I've added it. Sent to, I'm going to put their river and get rid of the word border. But I did need that to explain what was going on. Couldn't have did that without that knowing that border. Okay. The force allied with him will be sent to their river, and this being a 3 verse, I don't need this. And I guess I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to use the word border. Okay. And then this has to be a period that these two have to connect. And I will deceive him for you to overpower them. That's how this gets that. I will deceive him for you to overpower them. Now I'm, okay, now, this might be David asking our Creator if he should go to battle, what he should do. His men were just, I think they stripped him naked and shaved off their beard and their long hair, and they sent him out. So it's like a group of 3 or 4 that they did this to. And when they got close to the Jordan River, they sent ahead and said, we're too embarrassed to show up. So that's what ticked David off. So this would not be a vision. It'd be words from Obadiah. Thus says your Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. Yeah, you will hear a report. No, because this would be, okay, this would be a vision of what was going to take place then. Okay, this is a vision of what's going to take place. The force allied with him will be sent to their border, and I will deceive him for you to overpower them. Okay. That sure took a lot out of me on that one. Okay. They will eat your bread, which is absolutely nothing. And remember when I told you you're going to set up an ambush? The water? Here it is. We'll set an ambush for you. And when they have these quotation marks, this means that they found that text in maybe one or two manuscripts. They said, let's put it in. So let's take it out because we can see. For you will set an ambush. For you will set, I'm going to put up, set up, set up for an ambush. Okay. Now, will not on that day, declares Wybe, destroy the wise men from Edom and the understanding from the mount. See, this is mount. This is not a mountain. They put so many times the word mountain in here. This is a mount, and I showed you that. Mount, and it was 4 Esau's. Now, getting this corrected might help. Well, it has to be the mount for Esau. Esau. You will set him up in an ambush. Now, if you're setting up an ambush, you aren't going to say this. To destroy their men. To kill their men. If I use the word strike, it would they be fighting with swords? I could have put the word strike in here. Kill their men. There's nothing here I can see. But what's, boy, this needs to be a comma here. I was just thinking, kill their men or Edom to understand. To understand what? To understand. It's for me. It's by me or it's from me. For Edom to understand, it's from me. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. It's from me. Oops. And that's the end of that. Rough, but it was there from me. Now, mount for Esau's, your mighty men dismayed. But they weren't to be cut off in order that everyone, our Creator, if He's going to do it, He's going to do it. There's no such thing as may. So let's get rid of that one. Cut off from the mountain by slaughter. Well, I can't recall them having I know Esau when he was young and Jacob tricked him into his birthright. He was going to kill him, and he was mad about it. And his mom sent him to Shem's land, and then he was going to return. So because the violence to your brother Jacob will be covered. Yours will be cut off forever. They weren't, though. This reads like it wants to go here. But what if it's not here? Violence to your brothers. Now, these would have been for the ones that I told you they embarrassed. It would be for the. Because he's embarrassing King David, okay? He's saying, I'm so great over here that you can't touch me for uncovering for uncovering them for shame, for uncovering. Boy, I told you they stripped him down, didn't I? Didn't I tell you that I knew this story pretty well? Yeah, so uncovering them to shame them. Okay. Okay. Now, all that my tiny little head. Okay. But this isn't, I don't need this. There was just too many Edoms at this time. I mean, Esau's descendants, there's got to be too many to slaughter them all. Because later I know they come along, so they can't be cut off forever. So this has to be the end. From not here, but this will be from Israel. I'm adding this. That has to be a comma. to your brothers Israel for uncovering to shame them. Okay. And this would be still got to give respect to them. I can't say they were evil except for his son. His son just took over at this time. So Esau's will be, whoops, what happened? Will be killed. Because well, I guess, I think I'd just be making things up. That I don't think that would be as true as I know it is. So I keep telling people never say things that make things up. And I wouldn't be making it up, but I'm not sure it's absolutely truth. So I better just not say it. To kill their men for Edom, to understand it's from me. It has to be for. Now that's if there's nothing here. For Esau's will be killed. For Esau's, they didn't kill him, they shamed him. Okay, maybe I worked too hard and that's wrong. Okay. Edom's to understand it's from me. We cut off from the mountain. That isn't true here. Don't need this word. That is, I think, a city in. Oh, it's been a while since I've been here. This is like 9. No, what is that? Where am I at? Yeah, it's in 9. There it is. Oh, they're saying it's a district or someplace. It's the chief. Um, that isn't his name. And our creator wouldn't put his son's name in there. So, but I gotta go get supper here. Well, let me see here. What I'm gonna do here is so that just means I'm gonna eat while I'm doing this. So be right back. Okay, made it back. But there's going to be a lot of silence here while I'm working on this, but the text will be moving around. So, okay. All right. I'm not seeing this is not needed. Then this is out. I'm not seeing it. Then let's see. For Edom to understand it's from me. For Esau's killed. No, this is not. Where would this text, if this is a different story? Let me think here. Of all the stories I know, the only thing I can think of was Amalek's. That killed him by this mount. No, it wasn't by the mount neither. Okay. Because where do I have this? I got those two. I got those two. Those two go together. Actually, it's the end. Because here, this didn't happen. I mean, this happened. Where Esau's acted. No, he killed. Freedom to understand it's from me that I use this and get rid of all this and say get rid of that because of the violence. Whoops, better break. I have one mouse on each arm of my chair here to do this. I need to go to this to say, what am I? Well, let me just bring that text to the top. Violence. Did wrong. If that's the wrong, then it would be better. Yes, then because of their wrong. Wrongness? I was thinking how I could edit that. Okay. But this needs to be now this text is telling me that there's other reasons, and yet we have the understanding right here. So what is this story talking about? Who didn't join who at what time to fight? And they did rob. No. Foreigners entered his gate. The only time that would have happened would have been cast lots for Jerusalem. You two were one of them. No, this is just wrong. Never happened. That's another 400 years before that happens. Maybe even longer. Boy, there's a lot of. Are you seeing this? What I'm seeing? Do not on the day of their disaster. In the day of their disaster. In their day of disaster. That just, a creator doesn't do that type of speaking. That's all out. Okay, yep. You drank on my holy mountain. Now, do you know where his holy mountain was at in heaven? The star's motion makes our creator's mountain in the second heaven. And so, just as you drank on my holy mountain, And if it was to mean like the mountain where Jerusalem was at, I don't think so. All the nations, no. Come as a, no. Oh, now the only thing I can think of is when Assyria come down and took them for the day, whoever draws near, and all the nations as have done it will be done to you. Your dwellings will be on your own. Your dealings will return to your. I don't think so. I don't. This is just on Mount Zion. There will be those who escape, and the holy be holy in the house of Jacob will possess their possessions. No, the house of Jacob will be a fire. The house of Joseph will be a flame, but the house of Esau set on fire and consume. Well, doesn't matter. It's all getting thrown out. And yeah, our Creator's already set it up here. Now He tells you that is the good sign to throw text out when you have our Creator saying things before you know it's Him. Okay, so but did find words for the battle for David. Now, how long is this text? Okay, I only have to clean this up here. So, then those who Nineveh, that's down towards the Sinai. Possess the mountain of, no, that never happened. The Philistines are down there now. David pushed them down. David kicked them out of Gaza, okay? And they went down here and they lived this. This is known as the Egyptian River, so this was the boundary a long time ago for Egypt's territory. Okay, this is right here would be the line where Babylon, Rome stopped. Okay, so just for your knowledge there. Um, no, can't be true. This were among the Canaanites were killed off, slaughtered. Okay, men, women, and children. They were such a pagan people. They were having sex with and with animals and doing whatever. So that's the text I can point to that. So they were gone, long gone, along with Edoms, Amorites, everybody, yeah. And all of a sudden they appear here hundreds of years later. I tell you, whoever corrupted the text thought we wouldn't going to have a computer to find all these stupid things. Okay, money will be wives. Yeah. Okay, so what I have is this. Okay, and what I do is I'll take it down here. I'll take it down here and do a cleanup. I got 20-inch pages here, so what happens is I don't like to work with that divider line in there. Let's see what the text looks like. Oops, that answer was no. I screwed up. Is it divided? Wow, where'd all the text go? Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a mess to clean it up right now. Although maybe I can get away with it here. Maybe maybe it will work. Now that I know I'm supposed to put no, 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 no. And it still did it. It still divided it all up. I don't like that. Okay. Well, it's only a matter of time, but it's got to be done. So I use 6 point for a spacing, and then 2 times for it to divide that group as together and this group. Okay, and I said I tried to get rid of that. What the hell happened? It took out all my editing. Hold on here. Okay, let me try that again. Let me save this before I screw up again. Okay, let me see here. Now, if this thing works right, it'll be nice. It'll be everything will happen down here. It won't go up on top. See, when I hit the answer yes, it wasn't a good thing. It should be no, and that cleaned it up. No, and that bothers me. Okay, it didn't throw all that out, but it did what I hated to do. Microsoft doesn't like my format. Doesn't like to actually have old Hebrew format. They just didn't know it existed. Oops. Oops. See, that's. Oh. But I guess I'm going to have to clean this up later because this is not looking good. Because it's put those spaces that I hate in between the stuff too. But oh, this was the one that was 4 verse. And I'm literally saving these too, so it's not like I'm going to get rid of them. I'll get rid of them if I can't find they go with another book. Literally, I've got pieces all over the place. So, but that's a 4 verse. Okay. And then the story picked right back up, like I said it would. Oops, too fast with that finger. Okay. So this is going to be the text when I get it cleaned up. But I will have to clean it up offline. So Obadiah is now done. Got a piece of David's battle going to be foretold, which is cool. This don't know where this is going. And all this is continued up there. But it does mean that there's going to be, I think, one verse here that's missing. So I'm going to probably have a missing group. But so I forgot to take that off me for a while. But anyways, follow me if you really like to see what writers wrote like 3,000 years ago. To me, this is just beautiful. And it proves that all this stuff in the Bible that's corrupted and oversalted, been lied to for thousands of years, 2,000 years. This is Jesus's prophecy happening right now, today.